Hi friends, welcome. So today's class is short and sweet. We've got a 20-minute flow class and the theme is upper body opening. So we'll be doing some twisting, a little bit of back bending, really focusing on strengthening of the back body and opening of the front body. So it's perfect if you've been sitting for a long period of time, kind of hunched over, or just need a warming, energizing flow. For today's class, you will need 2 blocks, and if you don't have yoga blocks, you can grab a blanket and that'll work just as well. So we're going to start in a supported back bend. If you have 2 yoga blocks, you'll place them behind you in this orientation. So the wide way, the medium height, and then the highest height a little bit behind it. If you don't have yoga blocks, if you're using a blanket, you'll fold it a couple of times, roll it up, and it'll pretty much be where this block is, and that will be the back bend that we create. So sit in front of your blocks or blanket, bend your knees, plant your feet on the floor, and start to recline back. And now you want the block or the rolled up blanket right underneath the base of your shoulder blade. So oftentimes it's a little bit higher than what you think it should be. If you're using blocks, the second block is to support your head. You'll rest your arms down by your sides with your palms facing up. If you're using yoga blocks and if this feels too big of a back bend, then go ahead, bring each block down by 1 height, and then it'll be a little bit smaller. The main thing is that the block under your head is 1 degree higher than the block underneath your upper back. So take a moment to settle in, wiggle around a little bit if you need to so that your body feels supported. And then bend your knees, plant your feet on the floor. You'll bring your feet a little wider than hip width apart and knock your knees in towards each other. Allow the eyes to close or soften and take a moment just to arrive, to settle into this shape in the supported back bend, which is quite opposite from how we spend most of our daily life. So it's normal if it feels a little intense or maybe even a little bit uncomfortable. Of course, if it's painful, causing harm to the body, adjust the back bend so it's less intense. But then start to bring your attention onto the breath and see if you can start to breathe downward, breathe into the belly. Start to find a smooth and steady breath here in and out of the nose. Every inhale, send the breath down into the low belly, feel it expand like a balloon. Every exhale, feel the belly gently draw back in towards center, squeezing out any stale air. And just take about 5 more cycles of breath here. You may start to feel that block or blanket pressing your shoulder blades up into your chest, widening across the collarbones. Feel the fronts of the shoulders draw back. And with every exhale, feel the front ribs move down and in towards the frontal hip bones. Take another deep breath in here. Stay for the breath out. And then with your next inhale, stretch your arms back behind you like you're waking up for the first time. And just kind of wiggle around here a little bit. I like to curl my fingers in and roll out the wrist a few times in one direction. And go the other direction. Maybe stretch your legs out in front of you if it feels nice. Roll out your ankles a few times in one direction. And then go the other direction, starting to wake up the joints. One more breath here. Stretch back. And then exhale, rebend your knees, plant your feet on the floor, and you'll come off your blocks or blanket, however it's easiest. You can either turn to one side or sit upright and just move your props to the side. And now make your way onto hands and knees. Come to a tabletop position on all 4s. Stack your shoulders right over your wrist, your hips over your knees. Let's take some cat-cows. As you inhale, arch your spine, draw the heart forward and up. Exhale, reverse, round the spine. Again, inhale, arch. Open the front body. Exhale, reverse, open the back body. And just a few more times on your own, moving with your breath. Try to keep the arms pretty straight without locking out the elbows so that the movement's mostly in the upper back. And then the next time you come to that inhale position, this is your cow pose where you're arching your spine. Pause here. Pull your heart forward and up, slide your shoulders back, really press the shoulder blades into the chest. And now keep this nice opening in the upper body, but lose any trace of a back bend in your lower body by lifting the pubic bone up towards the navel. Also drop the gaze slightly so the back of the neck is long. Walk your hands forward a big 2 to 3 inches. Make sure your hands are shoulder width apart, wrist creases parallel to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to land in down dog. Relax the head and neck, relax the eyes, the jaw. Press into every knuckle, every fingertip. Send your hips high up towards the ceiling behind you. If you feel the low back rounding, take a little bend in your knees so you can press your chest towards your thighs. Do that as you draw the front ribs in and send your hips even higher. Really root down through the base of each index finger, that inner part of your hand. Keep that as you spin your inner arms forward and wrap your outer upper arms back and in. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, clearing breath. As you inhale, lift your heels, rock forward, come to your plank pose. Catch your hips shoulder height, plug into the ground with the big toe mounts. Push the floor away from you, feel your shoulders spread across the back. Reach your chest forward as you push the heels back, move in 2 directions. Do that as you keep lifting the pubic bone all the way up and in towards the navel. One more breath here. Exhale back to downward facing dog, hips up and back. And now let's just flow through that. Inhale, rock forward, plank pose. Catch your hip shoulder height. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Let's do one more time. Inhale, rock forward, reach the heart forward. Exhale, hips up and back. Stay as you breathe in. Stay as you breathe out. As you inhale, lift your heels, come high on your toes. End of your exhale, step your right foot forward. Get your toes in line with your fingers. Drop your back knee to the mat, point your toes. Inhale, sweep your arms up, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Stay to exhale. Draw your front ribs down and in towards the frontal hip bones. Stamp down through your right heel and reach your arms a little higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind the low back. Squeeze your elbows back and in, and then press your knuckles up and back any amount. Doesn't matter if your arms are straight or not, don't force it. Every inhale, reach your knuckles up and back any amount more. Every exhale, lift your back ribs up and off your waist and move your front ribs down and in. And now from here, take the interlace, bring it towards the outside of your left hip as much as you can. Right hand stays where it is. Place your left hand down under the left shoulder. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, keep the half bind as you twist to the right. Reach your chest forward, push the left heel back. Spin your right ribs back, left ribs forward, and try to roll both the shoulders back. Last breath in, reach your right arm to the sky. Exhale, place your top hand down, step to your plank pose. Full breath in. Exhale, lower to the belly. Once you land, point your toes. Sweep your arms back by your sides, palms facing down. Press down through your feet. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Drop the gaze slightly so the back of the neck is long. Let's find the back bend mostly in the upper back. Roll the shoulders away from the floor. Feel your shoulder blades press into the chest. Ground through the tops of your feet, every toenail, even pinky toenails. Take another inhale. Keep your chest up, and as you exhale, place your hands down by your low ribs, elbows over the wrists. Inhale, come to upward facing dog. Lift the thighs, but let the hips drop. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Deep breath in here. Deep breath out. Inhale, lift your heels, come high on your toes. End of your exhale, step your left foot forward, toes in line with fingers. Gently drop the back knee. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Stay to exhale, ground through your front heel. Lift your front hip up and off the thigh and lengthen the tailbone to the floor. Another inhale, reach up. Exhale, interlace fingers behind the low back. Do the opposite thumb on top. Squeeze your elbows back and in. And then press your knuckles up and back any amount. And you may notice how when you reach your arms back, your ribs want to flare out. Draw your front ribs down and in. So trying to, again, prioritize the back bend in the upper back. And now snuggle your hands to the outside of your right hip. Left hand stays where it is, right hand down. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee. Keep the half bind as you twist to your left. Bend the front leg a little more, push the right thigh up. Can you use the bind to roll the left shoulder back and turn your heart towards the left? One more inhale, reach your top arm to the sky. Exhale, top hand down. Step to your plank pose. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Point your toes. Sweep your arms back by your sides, palms face down. Press down through your feet. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Locust pose. Finding this nice extension on the belly. We're using our upper back strength more than the arm strength to lift the chest. And it's those back muscles that tend to get tight and weak because we sit and hunch over so often. Spin your inner thighs up towards the ceiling. Do that as you direct the tailbone to the heels. Take another inhale, lift any amount higher. Keep your chest up, place your hands down, elbows over wrists. Inhale, upward facing dog. Thighs lift, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. One more inhale here, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, feet to your hands. Take a little stroll to the top of the mat. Once you get there, inhale, reach the heart forward, slide the shoulders back. Exhale, fold in. Come all the way to stand, sweep your arms to the sky, full breath in. And exhale, hands to heart center. Rest your arms down by your sides. Stand with your feet about hip bone apart. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand, reach up and over to the right. Take a side bend. Stamp your left foot into the earth. Lift up and over to your right, breathing into the left side body. And then inhale, come to center. Switch, grab a hold of your right wrist, go up and over to the left. Stamp down through the right heel as you lift up and over. Inhale, come to center, reach two arms to the sky, palms face each other. And exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, chest forward, slide your shoulders back. Plant your hands, step your left leg back. Drop your back knee to the mat. Inhale, rise up, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Front knee is over the ankle. Make sure you're not on a tightrope. Feel free to inch your foot to the right. Draw your palms together in front of your heart. As you inhale, slightly lean forward. Exhale, twist to the right. Hook your left elbow outside the right knee. Ground through the front heel, squeeze the right hip back and in towards the left heel. That'll keep the front knee over the center of the foot, not buckling in. Can you send your heart forward and up, almost like you're doing a back bend? And now feel free to stay here, or if you'd like, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee. Push the left thigh straight up if you raise the leg. 2 more breaths. Every inhale, reach the heart forward. Get longer from the crown of the head to the hips. Every exhale, twist a little more. Spin your right ribs back, left ribs forward. 1 more inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Nice work. Plant your hands. Step to downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward. Come to your plank pose. Exhale, lower to the belly. Point your toes. Now this time, you're going to tense your fingertips out nice and wide. Stack elbows over your wrists. You've got little spider hands. Press into the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your head, your chest, your shoulders, any amount. And as you exhale, dip your right shoulder to the center of the mat and look left. Inhale, come to center, lift back up. Exhale, dip your left shoulder to the center, look right. Inhale, come through center, lift up. This time as you exhale, lower down. And now bring your forearms to the mat, elbows out wide, make little cactus or goalpost shapes with your arms, and bring your legs about as wide as your mat. Press down through the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your head, your chest, your arms off the mat. Stay to exhale, lengthen the tailbone to the heels like you're slightly pressing the pubic bone into the mat. And now we're gonna swim those arms. Inhale, reach your arms forward, palms face each other. Exhale, come back to the cactus shape. 2 more times. Inhale, swim your arms forward, palms face each other. Exhale, go back. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, cactus arms. Now keep your chest up as you breathe in. Exhale, hands down by the low ribs, elbows over the wrist. Bring your legs back to hip bone apart. Inhale, upward facing dog. Full breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take a breath or so here. Relax the head and neck. Come back to that smooth and steady breath in and out of the nose. One more inhale. Bend your knees, look forward. End of your exhale, feet to your hands, step or take a little hop forward. Lengthen at the top. And exhale, fold. Come all the way to stand. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Straight into the other side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, chest forward. Plant your hands, step the right leg back. Drop your back knee to the mat. Front knee over the ankle, be heel to heel or wider. Inhale, reach your arms up, low lunge. Exhale, bring your palms together in front of the heart. Inhale, slightly lean forward. Exhale, twist to your left, hook right elbow outside the left knee. Send your chest forward. I just got a little crack out of my back. Think about squeezing the left hip back and in towards the right heel so the front knee's over the center of the foot. Send the chest forward, not down, and then you could stay right here. This might be plenty, or tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Keep your gaze steady. It's a bit of a balance. Ground through the front heel. Keep firming the left hip back and in and push the right thigh up. Use your inhales to send the heart forward. Get longer from the crown of your head to your hips. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Left ribs back, right ribs forward. One more breath in. Hands to the mat. Step 2, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward, plank pose. Exhale to the belly. Point your toes. Come onto those tented fingers, elbows over the wrist. Press down through your feet. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. And as you exhale, dip your left shoulder to the center of the mat. Look right. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, dip right shoulder. Look left. Inhale, come to center, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Lower the forearms to the mat. Make those cactus arms or goalpost. Bring your legs as wide as the mat. Press down through your feet. Inhale, lift your head, your chest, your shoulders, your arms off the mat. Press into your pinky toenails even more and feel your inner thighs spin up. And now let's swim those arms to strengthen the back muscles. Inhale, arms forward, palms face each other. Exhale, elbows bend back and in. Keep the gaze slightly down. Inhale, go forward. Exhale, back. One more time. Inhale, swim forward. Exhale, back. Now keep your chest up. Hands by the low ribs, elbows over the wrist. Bring your legs back to hip bone apart. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders over the wrist. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take a long inhale here. Stay as you exhale. Another deep breath in. Exhale, drop to your knees. Come back to your tabletop. Swing your feet off to one side. And now come to a seated posture. All right. From here, just cross your right shin in front of the left shin. I'll turn to face you. Come to Sukhasana. Right shin in front of the left. If it's helpful to sit up onto your blanket or block, feel free to do so. Bring your arms down by your sides for a moment. Press into the earth and sit up a little taller. Chest up, shoulders back and down. Feel the rib cage hug in. As you inhale, reach your arms out and up. And as you exhale, twist to your right. Bring your right fingertips behind you, left hand to the right knee or thigh. Inhale, grow a little taller in your seat. And exhale, twist. Spin the left ribs forward, the right ribs back. Again, inhale, grow taller. Exhale, rotate. Maybe the gaze goes over the right shoulder. Maybe the chin stays in the center of the chest. Ask yourself what feels best for your neck today. One more breath in. And then exhale, come to center. Just for a moment, reach your arms forward, curl your fingers in, and roll out the wrist. And then pause at center and go the other direction. And now spread your fingers really wide, flex and extend at the wrist. And now bring your hands behind you. Switch the crossing of your shins. So now the left shin is in front of the right. Press into the earth, grow taller. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand comes behind you. Right hand to the left near your thigh. Inhale, sit up taller. Lift up and out of your legs. Exhale, rotate. Spin the right ribs forward, the left ribs back. Again, inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist. So maybe your gaze is already over the left shoulder. Does that actually feel good for the neck? And of course, you can turn your gaze to the left, but can the twist be emphasized, be prioritized in the upper back, rather than us relying on the neck or the low back, which are normally already quite mobile. One more breath. And then exhale, come through center. Interlace your fingers, bring your hands behind your head. Sit up nice and tall. And as you inhale, lift your heart up, tilt your head back a tiny bit. And then exhale, elbows in, round your spine, chin to the chest. And let's do that a few more times. Inhale, lift and open. And just gentle cat-cow-like movements. Exhale, round in. Again, inhale, lift up and back. Getting into the thoracic spine, the upper back. Exhale, round. How about one more time? Inhale, lift and open. Open the front body. And then exhale, round. And as you inhale, come back towards center. Release your hands on your thighs, maybe the palms facing up so the shoulders can draw back and down. And then just notice how it feels to sit down. Can you find a seat where you're not leaning forward, you're not rounding back, but the chest is right over the pelvis, crown of the head over the chest. We're not jutting the chin forward. Feel the shoulders draw back, the collarbones broaden, but keep the ribs hugging in. And then slightly lower the chin to the chest. And just for a moment, soften or close the eyes. Feel the effects of your practice settle in. Feel the connection of your sit bones plugging into the earth. This sense of rooting through the lower body. Your torso lifting up and out of your legs. This sense of freedom through the upper body. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Clearing breath out. Inhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. And then stay to exhale. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.